Hey, Mama. It's Jocelyn Hillam here with the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. And I am looking forward to giving you an episode about keeping hydrated during pregnancy. And I also feel the desire to encourage you in this beautiful pregnancy, to encourage you to be the woman that you want to be, and encourage you to take care of yourself. It can be very hard to do during pregnancy. Some of even the basic things we used to do before, like eating and drinking, can get a little difficult during pregnancy, especially if you're in that phase where you're not feeling too well. So stay tuned as we talk about hydration in pregnancy and also some positive encouragement to help you in your pregnancy. I'm here for you. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life, and I can help you. Thanks for joining. So if you like this podcast, if it helps you during your pregnancy, and if it helps you in your motherhood, will you give it a rating and review on iTunes? I know you probably hear that from every podcaster, but that's because it really does help. And if you haven't done that, I would really appreciate it if you could give the podcast a rating and review. The rating alone helps, but if you can take just a few minutes to jot down a review for my podcast, I would really appreciate it. It does help other mamas and other women who need help in pregnancy and motherhood to find this podcast. So thank you for helping support me in this journey as I try and lean into my passion to encourage you, to help you with your mindset in the ways that I have learned and the ways that I have been helped. At the time of recording this podcast, it is nearing the end of June. And summer, at least in the northern hemisphere, can be very hot. And it can cause something called dehydration, which basically means that you don't have enough water and you can kind of get pretty sick. Today I want to specifically talk about dehydration and hydration as it relates to pregnancy. Water is so good for you, and it is so good for you even when you're not pregnant. But oftentimes when you're pregnant, you need even more water. When you're pregnant, you need more water than the average person because this helps form the amniotic fluid. It can produce extra blood. It can help build new tissue. It can carry nutrients. It can enhance digestion and flush out waste and toxins. Isn't that a mega list of benefits of drinking water during pregnancy? It is so good for you. I find that during pregnancy, I really have to up my water intake for a couple of reasons. For one, I am more thirsty. I just feel like I need to have more water going in my body. So in my pregnancies, at least the last couple, where I was a little more informed and a little more conscious and desired to improve my health during pregnancy, I tried to drink a gallon a day. Now, a lot of days I didn't reach that goal, but a lot of days I was intentional and I did reach it, and I feel like it did help. And it does help you feel better. There are so many benefits of staying hydrated. So I mentioned a lot in the beginning of the podcast, but here are some more. It can decrease constipation or hemorrhoids. It can reduce swelling. It can soften your skin. It can increase energy. It keeps you cooler, which actually is super awesome during the summer when it's so hot and you have extra weight and you just feel extra hot. Sometimes those little babies cooking inside actually feel like they make you cook. You seem to get hotter than normal, or at least that was the case with me. And it also can decrease the risk of urinary tract infections and decrease the risk of preterm labor and preterm birth. So those are some great benefits. So if you are going out for the 4th of July, if you're hitting the lake or doing some camping, plan ahead. Plan to bring water. Plan to figure out where you're going to get water. And if you have to, carry in water so you can stay hydrated. I remember one summer my mom was a labor and delivery nurse, and she had a nurse who got severely dehydrated and had to go to the hospital. I don't want you to end up in the hospital because you are severely dehydrated. Take care of yourself and drink your water, especially if you're going to be out in the warmth and in the heat. So I will link to this article that I've kind of been referring some of these benefits to in the show notes. On there, they recommend drinking 8 to 12 glasses of water a day, or 2.3 liters, which is actually like 0.61 of a gallon. So this website encourages a little over half a gallon a day. So even if you can't get to a gallon or a half a gallon, just try to up your water a little bit. If you feel that you are starting to get dehydrated, here are some signs to look for. It can be maternal overheating, meaning you just are really, really hot. You might get headaches or feel sluggish. You might have dark or concentrated urine. Some of the serious complications that can happen could be low amniotic fluid, kidney stones, swelling, birth defects, or a urinary tract infection, which can lead to preterm labor and preterm birth, which none of those things sound desirable. So keep drinking that water. It is very important. So if you're having struggle getting that water in you, let's think of some tips that can help you get this water in you to help prevent dehydration. The first one would be to listen to your body. Drink enough fluids so that you rarely feel thirsty. Along with this, pay attention to the color of your pee. Drink enough water or fluids that your urine is colorless or light yellow. That is a really good indicator if you're feeling like, I'm not sure if I'm drinking enough, I might be close. But if you go to the bathroom and you look at your pee and you're like, whoa, that's darker than I thought it would be, you might need to drink a little bit more water. Stay out of the heat if you can. If people are gathering outside, try and locate yourself in the shade or in a cooler air-conditioned house, or bring an umbrella or a hat. But staying out of the heat is one way to help prevent the dehydrations. Increase your fluid intake when you increase your activity level. So maybe you're going on a little hike with your family. You'll want to increase your fluid take because you're increasing that activity level. Sometimes when you sweat or other activities like that cause you to perspirate, that can mean you are losing a little bit more water. And if you're not replenishing it with enough, it can also lead to dehydration. So if you don't really love water, try adding some fruits to it, such as lemons, limes, frozen raspberries, or strawberries, and do that. I am a fellow mom who has had 4 babies and 1 miscarriage. I am not a medical doctor, so check with your doctor on how much he or she suggests that you should drink, and try to stay hydrated this summer. You are amazing, Mama, and I know you can do this. This pregnancy may feel so hard. It may feel like it's dragging, and that 9 months, that special due date, will never get here. It may seem so far into the future that you are wondering why in the heck you are pregnant and you're feeling pretty terrible. But I want to encourage you that pregnancy is sacred. Pregnancy is beautiful. Being a woman and carrying a baby within your body is special. It is unique to us as women, and it is a gift from God that we are able to produce our posterity in that way. Don't let your mind drag on the negativity. Find something to be grateful for, because you can do this, because you are a woman who takes care of herself. You are a woman who honors God and is excited to bring His children into the world, to honor Him and to raise them up the way that you feel children should be raised. You are a mother who cares about herself, her health, and her baby's health during pregnancy, and you want to have a stable and strong and sound mind during this pregnancy so that it doesn't drag on and so that it doesn't last forever. I believe in you. If I can take steps in this direction, I know you can too. And if you need help, I'm here for you. I have a course, a little mini course, a video program called Positive in Pregnancy Program, where I have taken things that helped me specifically during my pregnancies and I've put them into 1 to 2 minute videos. This course can help uplift you when your mindset is down, when you are not feeling like the woman and the pregnant woman you want to be, when you're feeling that this is impossible and that you can't find any light. These videos can uplift and help you. They can guide you through simple mindset exercises that you don't even have to get up off your couch for. You just think and let your thoughts work through these exercises, and you will find that despite it being difficult, despite some of the physical changes being hard, your mind is in a much better place, and you actually feel like the pregnant woman that you thought you would be, that you desired to be, and that you are becoming. Look into the Positive Pregnancy Program. It is the link in the top of the show notes of this episode. And thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you sharing. But what means more is if you implement these things into your own lives to help you become the mom and the woman that you desire to be. It's up to you. Let some good guided podcasts and good positive pregnancy program help you through this process. I believe in you, Mama, and I want you to find light during this season of life. Your children need you. You need you. God needs you. And your baby within needs you. Keep up the good work and stay hydrated this summer. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.